Who doesn't love this bag of happiness? But there's an interesting story associated with potato chips. Did you know that this snack that we love munching on was accidentally invented? Let me tell you the entire story. So, a guy named George Crum, who was a chef in New York, is the man behind the invention of the potato chips. So the story goes like this. One fine day, a guest came to his restaurant and he returned the potato fries which were served to him, complaining that they weren't crisp enough. This angered Crum. He then sliced the potatoes thinly, fried them in hot oil and added salt. And voila! One of the best munchies was invented just like that. Who would have thought, right? Now let me tell you the entire story in depth. For that, you need to stay with us till the end of the video, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel in depth and hit the bell icon. Now, let me take you back to the summer of 1853. In the cavernous dining room of Moon's Lake House in Saratoga Springs in New York, Cornelius Vanderbilt, a wealthy steamship owner who was waiting for his dinner. In the kitchen, George Crum, half African American, half Native American cook, was preparing the meal, likely woodcock or partridge, from the restaurant's grounds served with French fries. But when the plate was presented to Vanderbilt, he refused it. He complained the French fries were too thick. Chef George Crum, on the other hand, did not take the criticism too well. Angered at Vanderbilt's complaint, he shaved the thinnest possible pieces of potato, threw the slices into hot oil and fried them to a crisp. He sent these browned, brittle rounds to the table as an insult. But Commodore Vanderbilt was surprisingly thrilled by the novel snack. Not taking much time, Harriet Moon, the landowner, quickly proclaimed that these chips would henceforth be served elegantly to the guests as Moon's Lake House's trademark dish. Later, Crum, the man behind this accidental invention, opened his own restaurant, Crum's Place, nearby. Millionaires like Vanderbilt would stand there in line for hours for Saratoga chips, famously known as potato chips. Amazing, right? But wait, that's not all. There are two sides to every story, and this one too is surrounded by controversies. According to another story, George's sister Kate Wicks, who also worked at Moon's, accidentally dropped chips of potato into the hot fat, and her brother fished it out and tasted it. After discovering it was a delight, he wished to add it to the menu. This may seem like no big deal, but Kate took it to the grave. Her obituary, published in the Saratogian in 1924, read, "A sister of George Crum, Mrs. Catherine Wicks, died at the age of 102 and was the cook at Moon's Lake House. She first invented and fried the famous Saratoga chips." Crum never actually took credit for inventing them. Yet, during his time, he was the only known source of potato chips. In almost all its particulars, the story of George Crum's deep-fried stunt is wrong. It is believed that crispy fried potatoes were not new to Saratoga in the summer of 1853. Moon's Lake House received credit for the potato chip in the mid-1800s. The first known mention of Crum's involvement dates to 1885. And Vanderbilt was first introduced in an advertisement produced 120 years after the supposed invention. More recently, the historian Dave Mitchell investigated the people credited with the creation of the potato chip, including Eliza, Vanderbilt, both of the Moons, Crum's sister Kate Wicks, restaurant manager Hiram Thomas, and various lake house cooks. Mitchell's investigation included the possibility that the potato chip was not invented in Saratoga at all, though it certainly earned its popularity there. The true origin of the crispy fried potato, Mitchell concluded, will probably never be known. But that's almost beside the point. More telling than the moment of a recipe's creation is its evolution, the way the language we use to describe a food, the prices we pay for it, and the stories we choose to tell about it. Does the credit for the invention of potato chips, once a luxury, now ubiquitous, goes to a woman whose last name is lost to history? To an African American, Native American cook in the years before the Civil War? Or to a Vanderbilt? It depends on who you ask and when and why. More than 150 years later, Crum's delicacy has gone on to even greater fame. Today, Americans consume about 1.5 billion pounds of potato chips every year. Not just in America, the delights of potato chips are enjoyed in almost every corner of the world. And you definitely must be one of them. So, this was all you needed to know about the accidental invention of potato chips. If you like the content, please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you everyone for watching.